This is John Such. I want to explain how we mine our minerals, our clays for our MYCO-AD products. For MYCO-AD products, it's critical that we get the best selection of the clay, and that is one of the more critical parts of our process. To do that, we do core drilling of the specific deposit. We will drill on 50-foot centers, selecting cores from the ground, and those cores we will do specific tests on the clay to make sure it's consistent with previous clays that we have mined. The tests we do are things such as cation exchange capacity, which measures the ionic content of the clays. We also measure calcium magnesium levels, and we do XRD, or that is X-ray diffraction, in order to measure the exact mineral contents of the clays. From that information, we identify the deposit, and we actually mine the deposit according to our controlled programs using GPS techniques to identify the mine, to mine down to the specific deposit layer, and to accurately mine that deposit. Thank you very much.
Here we are at the mine. As clay is removed from the mine, it is temporarily stored here before being sent to the storage depots at the facility. This is the clay that is used in the MYCO-AD products. Here you will see the mine itself. You'll notice that it is deep and well below the surface. You'll remember Mr. Such mentioning that core samples are gathered for the purpose of exploring for specific clays. That truck is used for obtaining those samples. Next, I will walk down to the inside of the mine. This is from the surface looking down at the mine. You'll notice that the mine is very deep. I just wanted to give you an idea of how deep it went from the surface. Here we are at the bottom and inside of the mine. Notice that the clay up there is a brown color. No two clays are alike, and that clay has a completely different application from the clay in MYCO-AD. This clay in front of me has more of a gray color. This is the clay that is used in the MYCO-AD products. You'll notice a slight browning around the outside, but inside it's gray. This machine is the X-ray diffraction machine. It allows us to see unique characteristics in each clay. As we stated before, no two clays are alike, and it is imperative that we use the highest quality of clay for our MYCO-AD products. By using this machine, we are able to see if a clay's structure offers mycotoxin binding characteristics. From the mine, the clay is brought to these storage depots. There are 7 depots here. Each depot contains a different clay. This is the depot that houses the clay for MYCO-AD products. This depot is one of the largest at this facility because of the quantity that is used. Clay is brought from the mine to the depots on a regular basis. All the clay will be used in the depot before new clay is brought from the mine. You'll notice as I get closer that the clay is the same gray color that I showed you at the mine. From the storage depot, the product is brought to a dryer for processing. After the product goes through the dryer, a sample is brought here to measure moisture content. Range for MYCO-AD is between 8 and 12%, with gold being 10%. You'll see here that the machine is simply called moisture balance. In this area of the laboratory is where we measure particle size. What we will do is measure out 10 grams of the product. The product will then be put into one of these sieves, which is used for sieve analysis test. Each sieve is a different size. You'll notice here that we have a 450 mesh, a 325 mesh, and a 200 mesh. The 200 mesh screen is the screen that is used for MYCO-AD products. Next, we will place the product into the sieve for the test. The sieve will then be placed into the micron powder machine for analysis. The machine will be set for 60 seconds. After the 60 seconds, we'll measure the residual product, which will allow us to determine what percentage of the product is our ideal particle size. After 60 seconds have passed, the sieve mesh screen will be removed from the micron powder machine. We will use a small brush along the backside to brush off any product that went through the sieve but may still be on the screen. The product will then be weighed again. You will see that out of the 10 grams of product, only 0.68 grams remain, meaning that 93.2% of the product went through the sieve. Finally, you'll see that the product came from this small bag. Each MYCO-AD order will contain 18 of these small bags that are kept and cataloged for the life of the product. It allows us to review product quality and integrity in the event a concern is raised. Here we are in one of our product warehouses. Something that helps us track the quality is the way we use our labels. You'll notice that the last 3 numbers on each label is different. This allows us to track and reference each order on an individual basis. Finally, in order to ensure our products maintain the highest quality, we routinely prepare and send samples to independent laboratories. The samples are prepared here at the shipping department. Samples are sent to laboratories that measure for in vitro efficacy against multiple mycotoxins, as well as laboratories that measure the lead and dioxin content in the clay. From all of us at Special Nutrients, I would like to thank you for your time.